Hey there, how there, ho there. It's Jeff Cutter Dad, and welcome to the finale of the first round of the 2026 Super Trny PC Replay Tournament. So here's how it goes down. We had 24 season/decade sets. I have the top four teams through the playoffs times 24 is 96. They get to 32 team brackets, which was randomly selected. 8 of the 24 winners got to be in one bracket, then 8 of the second placers, 8 of the third placers, and 8 of the fourth placers. 8. And based on your mark within the bracket, if you won your bracket, you get a top 3 seed in this tournament. If you take second, you go 4, 5, 6. And if you're third, 7, 8, 9. And onwards, 32. So we've done game sevens we've done the first round for a while. Starting Monday the 16th, we are going to the second round. Let's look at the updated bracket. We have some wins. The 16 seed 1908 Cubs won over the 1995 Tribe. The 27 seed 1908 Tigers took out the 1911 A's. The 2 seed 24 Senators have to play today in a game 7 against 47 Brooklyn. The 1920 Tribe at number 28 shocked the 1912 Red Sox in 6. The 1923 Monarchs at number 3, they win 4 games to 2 over the 41 Red Sox. The 1930 Cardinals, number 23, wins 4 games to 2 over San Diego. The 42 Cardinals, the 1 seed, finally beat the 47 Tribe in the 6th game. The 55 Yankees, the 19 seed, 1 and 6 over the 54 Giants. The 61 Giants, number 20, took care of the Yankees. The 41 Yankees, the 60 Heat. The 65 Twins at number 26 against the number 7 seed, 98 Yankees. It's 3-3. The 99 Diamondbacks against the 79 Orioles. The 11 seed, 1 and 5. 90 Oakland, number 18, and 81 Montreal, number 15. They'll have to play game 7 tonight. The 2020 White Sox, number 12, take on the 93 Cardinals and beat them in 5. The 2016 Cubs, number 25, took care of the 1909 Pirates in 6. The 1906 Cubs at number 29 take care of the 2020 Dodgers, the 4 seed, 4 games to 1. And then at 9 seed, 85 Cardinals win in 6 over the 2020 Cubs. So that's what happens. And we got 3 game 7s for you today. We have games in Washington, New York, and Montreal. Now, by random selection, the 98 Yankees go first against the 65 Twins. The 65 Twins are going to use the lineup. Don Mincher is going to DH today as well. The 98 Yankees. Tim Raines. Yeah. So they're going to make no major changes. So here we go. See the lineups? Here we go.
Replay Radio is live from New York.
From Yankee Stadium.
First.
Horizon and Hess are responsible for the first 3 innings. David Wells, 630 innings in his last start, gave up 2 home runs, 8.5 ERA, no decision. That's good. He's 18-4 in real life for the 98 Yankees, the team that is called the greatest team in history because they won 114 games in the regular season and then won the World Series, whereas the 2 teams with 116 wins, the 2001 Mariners and the 1906 Cubs, didn't win the World Series. And the 65 Twins, the team that won the AL and had to face the Dodgers in the World Series, losing Game 7 at home, which was weird because the 3 times that the Twins, as a franchise, got into the World Series as a Minnesota team, 65, 87, 91, they were the home team every time because of the rotation for Game 7. They hosted 3 Game 7s and they lost 1. And the funny thing is, in 87, the Twins won all their home games. The 91 Twins won all theirs in 4. So anyway, here's Sula Fasaya, 11 for 23, a home run, 2 RBIs. That's what he does. Pitch in the lane. Actually, 23.
1 out, bases empty.
Here's Rich Rollins, batting 3 for 19. He does have 3 RBIs. Fly ball, Bernie makes the catch, 2 down.
Two outs,
Twins
base
have
is empty.
2-0 and 3-2 series leads, hoping to win this time. Here's Trny Oliva. 4 for 26, but he does have 6 RBIs. He's tied for first on the team. Deep fly, O'Neill makes the catch at the wall, and Wells gets out.
It's a 1-2-3 inning.
Dun, 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 dun. And I'm going to make you mine.
Bottom of the first.
Bottom of the first, Camilo Pascual pitched 5 innings last game in his start with 5 runs, but he didn't get the decision either. 9-3 in real life, 27 starts for Cuba. He'll face Chuck Knobloch, 7 for 21. That's a perfect 1 for 3, if you will. 2 home runs, 5 RBIs. Try to prove how he belongs. But he goes down on a strike.
1 out, base is empty.
Here comes Derek Jeter. 6 for 27 with a home run. Fly ball, Hall makes the catch. Stu.
2 outs, base is empty.
And here comes Paul O'Neill, 5 for 25. No RBIs, which is unusual. I think it's base hit.
2 outs, men on first.
And here's Bernie Williams, 6 for 24 and RBI. Edge of the way. Grab on the second. Should be an out. Yes, it is. Nothing.
No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on. Top of the second.
Anyway, top of the second. Harmon Killebrew, the main swinging guy, 5 for 25 with a home run, but that has been his only RBI. Hits it to Knobloch, and that's an out. 4-3 on the putout. 1 out.
1 out, base is empty.
Here comes Jimmy Hall. 283 home runs, 6 RBIs. He's coming out of nowhere. He had 20 home runs that year. Deep fly, but O'Neill makes the catch. 2 down.
2 outs, base is empty.
Here comes Mincher the Mooch, as they call him. 6 for 25 RBIs, DH. Grab all the brocious. Got it. That was easy.
They go down quietly, nothing doing this half inning.
Shoosh.
Bottom of the second.
Out of the second. Tito Martinez up, riding 200 with 3 RBIs. Hit the short, and a possible error. Has to be a high number. It is a 11. That is not an error. So 6-3.
1 out, base is empty.
Here comes Tim Raids, the pride of Montreal, who will have to. I believe he's the only one of these 18 starters who has to play in another Game 7 because he has to head to Montreal to play for the 81 Expos. Yeah, Tim Raines, 38 years old, with 1 home run, 4 RBIs. Pitch and away. And 47 Brooklyn takes on 24 Washington next.
1 out, man on
Walk
first.
the reins, and now Chad Curtis. 7 for 19, 3 home runs, 6 RBIs. Pitching away. Popped up, Rollins makes the catch. Yeah, Chad Curtis with only 10
2
home runs
outs,
in
man on
10
first.
games. And here's Posada, the catcher. 6 for 22 RBIs. Hit the second, and that's it out. So, once again, the Yankees get a runner on first. And
No
once
runs,
again,
no
nothing.
hits, and 1 left on. Top of the third.
Top of the third. 7-8-9 for the Twins. Earl Betty, the catcher, is up for 7 for 23. Hit the second, and stops up first base.
1 out, base is empty.
Here's Kindle. Now, of course, the question is, what breaks they pick up in the trade? Because remember, one pitcher, one position player go swap each way. The Yankees probably, I think the Twins will probably take. I don't know if they want to take Chad Curtis. They might take someone else. Well, Oliva has batted terribly, so has Killebrew. There are rumors they are going to go after Posada, maybe.
2 outs, base is empty.
2 outs for Bobby Allison, the number 9 hitter. 6 for 22, 3 RBIs. Pitch in the way. And the first hit of the day for the Twins, a double by Allison. Here comes
2 outs,
Soil
man on
Versailles.
second.
Can he knock in a run? The 25-year-old hits the short, and he's out. Allison is stuck at second.
No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on. Bottom of the third.
9-1-2. Roches, the 98 World Series MVP with a home run, 2 RBIs. Pitch it away. It's a short, and he's out of first. They are thinking maybe Oliva for Paul O'Neill.
1 out, base is empty.
Or do they keep O'Neill? I think some rumors are that if the Yankees win, Tony Oliva is headed to New York. But are they going to dump Paul O'Neill, or are they going to just put him on the bench. Well, nevertheless, the DH is hard because you got two Marines. And he was checking that block. The 29-year-old struck out first at bat. He'll take the
1 out, man on first.
Here comes Derek Jeter, 23. He was 23 this year, 98. Base action is a 2-4, a wild pitch. Wild Pascal's a 0 wild pitch, so that's an automatic move to second.
1 out, man on second.
Here's Jeter. He doubles to the right field corner, and that's the first run of the game for the Yankees. Jeter, the captain, doing his job.
1 out, man on second.
And his second RBI. And this will bring in the OTP rule. For Game 7, if you're starting pitcher, if you give up the first run of the game, for example, you are automatically KO'd. You're out. You can have any pitcher come forward, anyone at all. You don't have to be limited. If it's a 2-0 game, for example, and you give up a run to make it 2-1, it will be at discretion. But Pascal has to leave. Paul O'Neill is coming in, and it's going to be Jim Perry. He was going to come in 0-1, but he's got to try. Pitch to O'Neill. Fly ball to the right. The 35-year-old. Well, he's got 24 home runs.
2 outs.
You're not going to
man on
dump Paul
second.
O'Neill off. Here's Bernie, 240, an RBI, and he's 29 years old. Pitch it away. No the center. Let's keep him in the hands. Looking higher than his field. It's a 3, it's a single, and Jeter is stuck at third.
2 outs, men on first and third.
Here comes Tino. Can he make something happen? 30 years old. Look for Werner. No block. Hit or miss. Well, it's at least a single. Is it a high number? It's a 16. It's an RBI single by Tino. He'll make it first and second for third. He's the third. It's 2-0 for the 98 Yankees. Now, Perry
2 outs,
can
men on
stay
first and
as long
third.
as he has to. Doesn't have to leave after giving up a run because he came in the middle of the inning. Tito has a happy feet. Is it gonna steal? No, he won't. 23.
2 outs, men on first and third.
Now he reigns. Pitch of the way. 38-year-old. Light ball, right field, Oliva makes the catch, but the Yankees put 2 on the board
2
and
runs,
drop Pascal
3
out of the game.
hits, and 2 left on. Top of the fourth.
Onto the fourth. And now Bud and Fleet will be sponsoring the middle innings. Here comes Rich Rollins, the 27-year-old. Flashing straight through. Yeah, he said that Oliva is going to come
1
in
out,
for
base is
O'Neill.
empty.
But the question on my mind is who will the Twins pick up from the Yankees? Here's Oliva. Why about the center? Well, Rich Rollins has been batting terribly. So I think they're going to take Brocious. If the Twins win, I think it's going to be Brocious who will head to Minnesota. If the Yankees win, no doubt they're
2
going to
outs,
take
base
Oliva
is empty.
and take out O'Neill. Here's Killigrew. Killigrew hits the first and a stomp by Tino. 3 quick outs.
They go down quietly, nothing doing this half inning.
Shoosh!
Bottom of the fourth.
Bottom of the fourth. Here comes Chad Curtis. Pitch to up. And he will take a strike 3 call and go back to the dugout.
1 out, base is empty.
Here's Curtis. Posada. Well, that's at least a single. His behind number. It's a 26. It's first base with a question mark. He has a 1 in 6 chance of a home run. RD1
1 out, man on first.
Here's Brocious. Hit to third, and facing off Rollins' gloves. That's why the team's first and second
1 out,
for
men on first and second.
no block. And they're going to take him out. Yep, they'll take him out, and it's going to be Fosno. Jerry Fosno will come in. They want to stop him. Yeah, Perry gave up 4 hits in 1 inning of work, so you might as well get rid of him now. Here's Knobloch. Former Twin. Longa. Short center field. Posada's not a good speedster.
2 outs, men on first and second.
Here comes Derek Jeter, who has an RBI double today. But he whiffs. Fosno does his job. 2 left on base, but the Yankees still up 2-0.
No runs, 2 hits,
Marcelo
and 2
beating
left
over Tony
on.
Oliva. Yeah, but they got, or they could take Jimmy Hall, but I don't think he would. I think Birdie's done pretty well.
Top of the fifth.
Top of the 5th. You got Hall adding up. Yeah, Hall has 6 RBIs too. Hit the first, and Tino stomps on first base.
1 out, base is empty.
Here's Minnie the Midge. Right to Brocious. Snags the glove.
2 outs, bases empty.
Here's Earl Batty. Deep fly. O'Neill makes the catch. And Wells does it again.
They go down quietly, nothing doing this half inning.
Oh, yes, they did.
Bottom of the 5th.
Twins have nothing right now. Here's O'Neill. Right to Rollins at third. 1 down.
1 out, bases empty.
Here's Trny. Line out to Rollins. That's 2 outs.
2 outs, bases empty.
Here comes Tito. And he strikes out, so Fosnell does his job.
An easy inning to score. 1, 2, 3. Top of the 6th.
Onto the 6th, and here comes Kindle. Hit to short, and Egon, that's 1 out.
1 out, bases empty.
There's Bobby Allison. Hit to second, and he's out, so 2 outs quickly.
2 outs, bases empty.
Here's Solio. And with the first stump on first base. Nice job by Tino.
And just like that, the inning's over.
Well,
bottom of the 6th.
David's on a roll. Here comes Reigns. Fosnell plunked him. And I think they'll take line D. I think they'll take him out.
No outs, man on first.
Are they taking him out? No. Reigns is a D, so he's okay, I think. It is a 5-6, a plus. So he will try to steal. But it's a 1, so Reigns is caught.
1 out, bases empty.
The T whiffs him. Here's Curtis. Right to Hall, 2 down.
2 outs, bases empty.
Posada. And right to Oliva.
No runs, no hits, and none left on. Top of the 7th.
And now, let's see. Oh, they're keeping the ballpark pick. MetLife and Hitachi will sponsor the last 3 innings. Here's Rollins. Perhaps a double to left in the order, so Rollins trying to prove he's worthy after all.
No outs, man on second.
2-0 for Oliva. And he doubles to right, so it's 2-1. So the Twins are coming right back. Wells was cruising.
No outs, man on second.
Now they're going to talk to Wells. Remember, this is where take all. They can take him out if they want to. He doesn't have to come out. And you cannot intentionally walk anyone until the 8th inning onwards. So no. They cannot take their chances. It's going to be Jeff Nelson who will come in to the game. He's only throwing the 1 batter. Got him out. Pitch to Killebrew. He walks Killebrew. Brutal move.
No outs, men on first and second.
Here comes Jimmy Hall. Pitch to Hall. Fly ball to left. Curtis makes the catch. Oliva has to stay where he is.
1 out, men on first and second.
Here's Mincher. And he flies to Curtis. And again, Oliva has to
2
hang on.
outs, men on
That's
first and
Oliva.
second.
Here's Petit. Hit to Knobloch and... Ooh, this could be close. But he's out. Knobloch gets him out. And again, the Twins lead
1 run, 2 hits, and 2 left on. Bottom of the 7th.
And Boston's a B grade. Can't do that. So Al Worthington, he does have a save, but they need him knock down the Yankees lineup. Here's Brocious. He goes. Strike 3.
1 out, bases empty.
Here comes Knobloch. Knobloch to center field. Hall should be able to get him. He's got a 4 defense. He does. Hall makes the catch. That's 2.
2 outs, bases empty.
And here comes Jeter. And it's snagged by Solio, so Worthington does his job.
They go down quietly, nothing doing this half inning. Top of the 8th.
Top of the 8th. Here comes Kindle. And he goes.
1 out, bases empty.
Here's Allison. Right to Williams. That's 2 down.
2 outs, bases empty.
Here comes Solio. He's hit. So big hit for him. That's the first Twins hit. That's not a
2
double.
outs, men on first.
Now Rich Rollins. Nelson says I can get Rollins. Julio will steal second. Now I think you put him on for Oliva. You can't because Oliva
2
is
outs, men on second.
Now what do? They're gonna pitch to Rollins so they can get him. And he does 6-3.
No runs,
the jam of the
one
Twins
hit, and one left on.
Now and
Bottom of the 8th.
You can bet your dollar that you know who's going to come out for the 9th. Then O'Neill, Bernie, and Tino. They're going to take out O'Neill, and they're putting in Strawberry. And Darryl Strawberry is going to come in, the 36-year-old, the former Met. 24 home runs this year. But Kindle makes the catch. 1 now.
1 out, bases empty.
And now Bernie. They want Bernie on the hit. And Worthington whips him. That's 2 outs.
2 outs, bases empty.
And now Tino. He's got the winning RBI if everything holds up. Hit or miss? It's a miss. Yes, it is. It's a miss. Fly ball to the left. Another play.
An easy inning to score.
The Twins
1,
are not
2,
out of
3.
this by any stretch. They're only down by 1.
Top of the 9th.
But they know who's coming in. Enter Sandman. Here comes Bo Rivera. He's got 1 save, looking for number 2. Right field will now be taken over by Shane Spencer. They're going to move him to right field. You got Oliva, Killebrew, and Jimmy Hall. Oliva does not have good hitting, but he does have 7 RBIs. Pitching away. Hit to short. Jeter gets him. 6-3. 1 down.
1 out, bases empty.
Here's Killebrew. Hopped up. Nobba makes the catch. 1 to go.
2 outs, bases empty.
Jimmy Hall is the last hope. Pitching away. Hits it to Brocious. Got it the first. That
will do it. New York wins a nail biter. From all of us at
Yankees
Replay
win.
Games, thanks for playing.
Yankees win. 2-1. Wells beats Pascal Rivera the safe. Jeter is your MVP. The captain does his job. And the 98 Yankees, despite being down 2-0 to the 65 Twins, win. And as the 7th seed, they'll definitely have a second round series. Start spreading the news. I believe it today. The Twins just couldn't finish it off. New York, New York. These vagabond shoes are ready to stray. 2 hours 20 to the game ends. New York, New York. I want to wake up and kick the Minnesota Twins' ass. The series stats look good. The Twins won 32-31, but it doesn't matter. Even though the Twins had a 3-2 lead, the Yankees knew they can come home. In old New York, they'll take Oliva and the Gym Cat too. You know it's such an old hat. It's up to you, New York, New York. Well, I feel bad for the Twins. They had a chance. Now the trades. Right? Where's trades? Oh, there it is. I was about to say, where did the trade thing go? So the 65 Twins must trade their 2 guys. So it is going to be Oliva because he has 7 RBIs, and they don't want him in the what they call the dispersal draft. So Tony Oliva will work out, and pitching, Jim Cat's won 2 games. They need Jim Cat. So the Jim Cat, I think he was a Yankees broadcaster. Yes, he was. So the Yankees have to trade back. Who will they trade back? They have Cone, Arabu, Pettit, and Wells. Pettit is 0-2. Yeah, Andy Pettit's 0-2, but it's Andy freaking Pettit. What do you do? Well, you could get rid of Arabu. I know he's 1-0, but yeah, they're going to get rid of Arabu. They're going to keep Pettit and take down Arabu. And batting-wise, they'll have to take out Paul O'Neill. He is 35 years old, but yeah, they're going to trade him. They're going to get rid of Paul O'Neill. They need some help in the hitting department. So that's what we'll do. Now we're off to Washington, the nation's capital. Not my nation's capital. It's the 47 Dodgers of the 24 Sets. Now, this will tell something. The 1 seed is the 42 Cardinals. They won in 6. So here's what will happen. Because the 47 Dodgers are the next team, like it's supposed to be the highest seed against the lowest seed. If Brooklyn beats Washington, well, Washington's number 2. Brooklyn will be headed to face off against the uh 42 Cardinals. If it's not, then I think it's the 1906 Cubs at number 29. Never mind. Brooklyn. Third starting lineup. The legend Archie Vaughn. No. They are going to go with Cookie Levigetto to DH. Cookie, yeah. Well, kind of Washington. They've got Profro, Pacquiao, and Blues. Yep, they're going to go with this lineup, and here we go. 2 old school teams facing each other.
Replay Radio is live from Washington. Top of the first.
Top of the first. From Washington, Tom Zachary, who won a complete game 2-run performance. He is your pitcher for game number 7. 15-9 in the regular season. He was the guy who kind of he gave up Babe Ruth's 60th home run ball in 1927. I forgot to mention about David Wells was that in 98 he had a good season. He had a perfect game against the Twins, the 98 Twins, not the 65 Twins. The 47 Dodgers, 94 wins, won the NL, got to integrate baseball as Jackie Robinson became the first African-American player in the major leagues in history. They went to the World Series, lost Game 7. The 1924 Senators won the World Series. They were the AL champs, giving Walter Johnson finally a ring. And thanks to a couple of pebbles in the infield, the Sens won. So Eddie Stanky, 5 for 25, 2 RBIs. We'll start us off. Pitch of the way. Now there is a bit of a question here, but I think that the Washington will pick up Carlo Furillo and get rid of Nemo Liebold. Brooklyn will take Goose Goslin. Yep. Will they take Goose Goslin? I think they will. Yep. And the Dodgers, if they win, they're definitely taking Goose Goslin with his 13 RBIs.
1 out, base is empty.
That's what they said. So he strikes out, and now here's Jackie, 4 for 26 with 2 RBIs. And he pops up. Blues makes the catch. That's 2.
2 outs, base is empty.
And here comes Pete Reiser, 6 for 21, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs. Oop, rare play. Is it an odd number? It is a 1. He needs it to be a 4, 5, 6. It's a 4. He'll keep going.
2 outs, base is empty.
The bat continues. And now here's Reiser. Second chance. Right to Harris, the player manager.
An easy inning to score. 1, 2, 3.
Washington gets 3 quick outs at Griffith Stadium. Vic Lombardi, hard luck loser to Zachary, gave up 4 runs. He's 12-11 in the 47th season with 3 saves. Here's Nemo Liebold, 4 for 13. A lot of people said he's going to be the sacrificial lamb if they beat Brooklyn because they'll go after Furillo and take out Nemo. Lombardi flips to Jackie.
1 out, base is empty.
Here's Bucky Harris, the player manager, 8 for 23, 3 RBIs. Pitch on the way. Right to Furillo, that's 2.
2 outs, base is empty.
Here's Sam Bryce, 9 for 26, 6 RBIs. Is this a home run? I doubt it. No. Well, is this 6? Oh, it's a 6. It's a question mark. He does have a 1 in 6 chance to somehow smoke it out of the park. And he did! See ya later! I know it's the Washington Nationals one, but it's a home run. Raceroni! He put a homer in his cap and called it Sam Raceroni. Well, that's a home run. He had 1 in the regular season.
2 outs, base is empty.
He's got deep, and that's F for Lombardi. That's the rule. And they are going to use Don Bankhead. They call him Dan Bankhead, but he's Don Bankhead. I know that he's terrible, but they're desperate. Here's the Goose, Goslin, 13 RBIs, 12 for 26. Pitch in the way. And he gets plunked by Bankhead. He has to throw the 3 batters.
2 outs, men on first.
Here comes Joe Judge. Here comes the Judge. 7 for 24, 1 home run, 3 RBIs. And we set. Goslin.
2 outs, men on first and second.
Here comes Miguel, the catcher. 9 for 24, 3 RBIs. Is he got a base hit? I think he does. He does. That's a base hit. That could score Gosselin. And Gosselin will try to think, but I think it's okay. 4-2. That's a single. That's a really nice single. But Money makes 2 more for fishing that.
2 outs, men on first and second.
Bankhead doesn't have to go, but I think they might take Bankhead out. I would too. Yeah, he's thrown 3 batters. They can take him out if they want. Yeah. We're going to do it. And it will be Rex Barney who will come up. They're desperate. Pitch of the way. Peripheral. Fly ball to the left. They made him, because of his veteran presence, they made him
2
the
runs,
DH.
3 hits,
He's out, and
2 left
Washington
on.
has a 2-0 lead
Top
on
of the
Brooklyn.
second.
Brooklyn's panicking. Here's Dixie Walker. 5 for 18, 3 RBIs. Hit to Peckinpah, and he's out. That's 1. Yep, so Washington will probably dump Leibold off for Rillo, and Brooklyn will definitely dump off. They'll dump off somebody
1 out,
for
bases empty.
Gosselin if they do win. Here's Perillo. 2 home runs, 5 RBIs. Washington salivating over him. They need that. They could use him. We're going to make
2 outs,
3.
bases empty.
Here comes Cookie. 1 for 2. Hits the third, and nothing doing. Luge does his job.
And just like that, the inning's over. Bottom of the second.
On the second. 8-9-1. Peckinpah. 5 for 22, 2 RBIs. The grab with Stinky Legs, he gets him at first. Now, of course, Peckinpah would be the GOAT, the villain, if you will, in the 1925 World Series as Washington lost in Game 7 to Pittsburgh because of all those errors.
1 out, bases empty.
Infield. 8 of them, I think. Here's Ossie, Luge, 4 for 16. He's done nothing, but who cares? Hit the first, stomp on first. Jackie stomps on first himself.
2 outs, bases empty.
Yeah, I think Brooklyn probably was thinking about Jackie Robinson, but he's struggling. Here's Nemo. He'll take him off. Yeah.
2 outs, men on first.
32. There's Bucky, the player manager. 27 years old. Boy wonders they call him. 4-5. Wild pitch opportunity. Well, any number will be a wild pitch, and that is. Leibold goes to second.
2 outs, men on second.
And Washington wins. They're guaranteed to host around a 16 to have home field advantage because, top 8 seeds definitely get in. Here's Bucky. Yeah,
2 outs, men on first and second.
Now here's Sam Bryce. Remember, he's responsible for a home run. Well, hit or miss. That's a miss. And a fly ball out. But he might be the hero after all.
No runs,
He was a
no
Washington
hits,
icon
and
for
2 left
many,
on.
many years.
Top of the third.
Brooklyn, 7-8-9. Spider Jorgensen not having a good series. Grab by the Blues. He got it. That's 1.
1 out, bases empty.
Here's Pee Wee, 0 for 14. Unbelievable. The captain of the team. Fly ball to the left, Gosling makes the catch. Yeah, it's like
2 outs, bases empty.
this guy's supposed to be amazing. Here's Bruce Edwards, the catcher. And a fly ball. So Zachary swimming around.
And just like that, the inning's over.
All right.
Bottom of the third.
Bottom of the third for Gosling. Hit the first, and ooh, he's kitty. That's the high number. That's 61. That's a
No outs, men on first. The defense is playing in at the corners.
Yeah, they're taking him out. It's gonna be. It's gonna be Clyde King. They need him. I know his ERA
He's
sucks,
gonna lay down
but
a
they
bunt.
need something. Judge decides to bunt. And 2-2, Clyde throws the second. Nicely done. You get Gosling.
1 out, men on first.
And here comes Muddy. Hit the second and double play. Nicely done by Brooklyn.
No runs, no hits,
2-0
1 error,
Washington, 2-3.
and none left on. Top of the fourth.
To the fourth, and here comes Stanky Legs. Pitch of the way. This could be a base hit. It's behind number outside. Fly ball out to center. That's 1 away for Rice.
1 out, bases empty.
Here's Jackie. Hit to the short, and ooh, close play first. Does Jackie beat it out? No. Peckinpah gets him in
2
time.
outs, bases empty.
You know he's a good guy. Here's Reiser. And Blues makes the catch.
And just like that, the inning's over. Bottom of the fourth.
Bottom of the fourth. Here comes Profro. Popped up, Stanky makes the catch, 1 away.
1 out, bases empty.
Here's Peckinpah. Grab ball to short. Got him. 6-3.
2 outs, bases empty.
Here's Blues. Nice
2 outs, men on first.
Well, we'll see. Here's Nemo Lebo. Fly ball, Torilla makes the catch. So,
No runs,
Keaton does his
no
job in a
hits,
sense.
and 1 left on.
You see that.
Top of the fifth.
On to number 5. Here's Dixie. Line to Goslin. 1 away.
1 out, bases empty.
Here's Furlow. He wraps it, but right to Lebo. 2 down.
2 outs, bases empty.
Go to the right. To Lavagetto. But he pops up the Blues.
It's a 1-2-3 inning.
Another 1-2-3 inning.
Bottom of the fifth.
On to the bottom of the fifth. Here comes Harris. Hit or miss? High number? No. Harris was hoping for a hit. No, sir.
1 out, bases empty.
Here's Bryce. Popped up this fighter. 2 down. I think he'll be up.
2 outs, bases empty.
Here comes Gosling. Good. I think that's going to be a key.
2 outs, men on first.
I'll take him out, and it's going to be... Harry Taylor is coming in. He has one of those 3 Brooklyn wins, but they need him now. Hit the second. And he's out, so they need him.
No runs,
Washington
1
Souls
hit,
at 2
and 1 left on.
First inning.
Top of the sixth.
Here's Ryder. Hit the second, and he's out. 1 away.
1 out, bases empty.
Here's Pee Wee. Ground ball the first. Judge should be able to stomp on first base himself. He does. That's 2.
2 outs, bases empty.
Here's Bruce. Hit or miss? And it looks like a miss. Oh, it's a 6. It's a base hit. And Edwards breaks up the no-hitter. And yeah, Tom Saxby was looking good for a no-hitter. But he doesn't get it. Here's Stanky. No problems. He gets Stanky the fly out to right, so no big deal.
No runs,
because of a
1 hit, and 1 left
just a
on.
looping single.
Bottom of the
It was
sixth.
a 1 in 3 chance. 2 out of 6, but whatever. Here's Buddy.
No outs, men on first. The defense is playing in
Now
at
it's
the
the base
corners.
action chart. It is a 4-6, a possible pass ball. Does Everett's blue boot fit? Probably he does. Buddy jumps to second, so one catcher takes advantage of another catcher's
No
mistake.
outs, men on second. The defense is playing in at the corners.
Time to do
He's
something.
going to lay down a bunt.
Profro decides to bunt. Jackie will have trouble fielding it. And he makes his second error of the game. To watch the bases, in a sense.
No outs, men on first and third. The first baseman is playing
He
in.
left one. He has no outs.
He's going to lay down a bunt.
He's going to bunt. Why not? Taylor will have trouble with the bunt. With a 65, he makes a mistake. And he did not move.
No
They
outs,
wanted to bunt
bases
Profro
loaded.
second.
The
That's
first
the
baseman
third
is
error
playing
of the
in.
day for Brooklyn, and now Leslie Blues has carte blanche. I drive towards the gap for a little will snag the glove, preventing a double, but it is an RBI sack flush. Blues' first RBI of the series.
1 out,
But the
men
tournament
on
is
first
now
and
3-0.
third.
Now what do you do? They don't. Yeah, they have to knock him, right? Yes, you do. That's right. You have to get rid of him. So down by 3, they're gonna go with Hagstad. 23-year-old. It's a double. Legal. It's going to be a double. Well, one scores. Peckinpah. Is it going to go? And holding Peckinpah. Profile scores Peckinpah.
1 out.
A double by
Men on
Lebo.
second and third.
He is
They
he's
brought
trying
the
to prove
infield
that he
in.
belongs. But I think he's going to be a dead duck. Second and third for Bucky. And right to second base, Leibold hangs on second base
2
because
outs,
he could
men
have been
on
picked
second
off.
and third.
Remember, that was happened yesterday in Montreal when I can't remember who. Was it Lansford? Or was it Ricky Henderson who was picked off second base and that ended the game? Here comes Price. Now ball 6-3. Got two runs thanks to the
1 hit, 2
thanks
errors,
to the RBI double by
and
Nemo
2 left
Leibold,
on.
who says,
Top of the
"Don't
seventh.
take me out." But yeah, I think that was Leibold's last stand. 4-0. Here comes Jackie. Hits a short, and he's out. 1 away.
1 out, base is empty.
Riser. He gets plunked by Sackley. It's a hit.
1 out, man on first.
Here's Walker. Well, Riser's a C, so I think he's okay. It is a 5-6, a stolen base for sure, but did Rule make a boo-boo? Has to be higher than 43. It is, so Riser moves to third base. So now Dixie can try to
1
do
out,
something
man on
and
third.
get Brooklyn back on the board. Too late. Hit to short, and he's out, and they don't pay any mind to Riser. Make it 4-1.
2 outs, base is empty.
4 for RBI. Pitch to Ferrilla. So she gets out of it.
1 run, no hits, 1 error, and none left on. Bottom of the seventh.
Bottom of the seventh. Here comes the Goose. Pops up to Stanky. 1 away.
1 out, base is empty.
Here's Judge. Hit the first, and he's out. Jack stumps on first base, knowing he's got to make
2 outs, base is empty.
He has 2 errors. Here's Muddy. Notice the left-hand quarters. He's not going anywhere fast.
2 outs, man on second.
2 outs for Doc Profro. Can he do something here? Nope. Fly ball the left. He was trying to get some kind of hit.
No runs,
Some
1
kind
hit,
of water.
and 1 left on.
Yeah.
Top of the eighth.
On to the 8th. Brooklyn down 4-1, and here comes Cookie. He pops up to Bucky. 1 down.
1 out, base is empty.
Here's Spider. He grabs it, but light to Nemo. That's 2 down.
2 outs, base is empty.
Here comes Pee-wee. Base hit. So finally he gets a hit. That's like 1 for 15.
2 outs, man on first.
Finally he gets a hit. Yeah, now his batting average jumps to down at 5.9. Here's Bruce. He only hit before this game, before Pee-wee. He
No
flies
runs,
to center.
1
so
hit,
Zachary
and 1
should
left
be able
on.
to stay in the game. I think he hit
Bottom of the eighth.
4-1, and now you got Peckinpah, Bouge, and Lugo. They're gonna let Peckinpah hit. Now by the Jorgensen, out number 1.
1 out, base is empty.
They're gonna take out Bouge. It's gonna be Taylor, right? Taylor? Yeah, it's a 3-1 lead. So Tommy Taylor, 0 for 1. He's gonna come in to pinch hit. Hit to short, and ooh, possible error. It's at 11. So fortunately for Pee-wee,
2 outs, base is empty.
6-3. And now Leibold. He has an RBI double. He's trying to prove that he belongs, but I think they're definitely going to go for a or even Dixie Walker. They might even take him. I don't know. Nope, they're going to take out Leibold, and it's going to be Neil Shirley getting another bat. Hit or miss? It's a hit. It is a hit. Will Shirley comes over the base hit. Good for him.
2 outs, man on first.
2 outs. Now Bucky Harris, the player manager. Hogshead's at B. You're not going to take yourself out. Pitch in the way. And he pops up to Reese. So Washington has a 4-1 lead.
1 hit,
3
and
runs.
1 left
It
on.
is a safe situation, but
Top
you're not
of
going
the
to throw Tom Zachary out. Okay, so Washington, you need a third baseman, and that's Taylor. And they need a right fielder. That will be McNeely. Will come into play right. So now you got Stanky, Robinson, and Reiser. And they're going to take care of Stanky. He's gone. And it's going to be Hermansky. It's going to come into pinch hit. Pitching away. Hit to second. And he's out. Hermansky can't do anything about it. Boost check. Well, Zachary says, I'm not coming out. It's 4-1. We're
One
2
out,
outs away
base is
from
empty.
moving on to round 2. And they agree. Brooklyn had the 3-2 series lead coming to Washington, but they have blown it. Jackie at the plate. They're down by 3, and they don't think Robinson can do anything. So Duke Snyder's coming in. He's 0 for 5, the youngster. Right to Taylor. That's 2. 1 more to go. And Pete Reiser
2
is
outs,
the last
base
hope.
is empty.
Brooklyn's like, well, I ain't gonna pitch of the way. Deep fly, McNeely makes that catch, and Washington, the 2 seed, survives in 7
wins
games.
the game.
Brooklyn is out.
From all of us at Replay Games, thanks for playing.
Brooklyn gave it everything they got as one of the wildcard teams. Part of the brackets, but they do it. Tom Zachary wins twice. He's your MVP, giving up only 2 minor singles to Reese and Edwards. And I don't know if they'll go for Dixie Walker. They might not. Well, they said Lee Bolt's out. Even though he had the RBI, he's out of luck. They're going to go with a new direction. But I mean, you can use a new DH. Well, anyway, yeah, the 24 Senators are going to win the game 4-1. Oops, I forgot the screenshot. I did. All right. So Brooklyn, 1 run on 2 hits, 3 errors, and 2 left. Washington, 4 runs, 7 hits, an error, and 10 left on base. Brooklyn had more errors than hits. Washington had more runs than Brooklyn hits. Tom Zachary does his job. His ERA dips to 1. 2 hours, 36 minutes. Lombardi, Bankhead, Barney, King, Taylor, Hogstad. Series stats say that it was 37-22. Washington had the runs support. As we said, yeah, Washington, Brooklyn, Washington, Brooklyn, Washington, Brooklyn, Washington. So yeah, so Washington won 1-3-5-7, Brooklyn 2-4-6. And are they going to go with Dixie Walker or not? I wouldn't. Well, Ferrillo can play DH, so I think they're going to go with Ferrillo and take out Liebold. Pitching wise, Joe Haddon with 2 wins, he's got to join Washington. Yeah, he has 2 wins. They got to take him. So they'll take Joe Haddon. All right, so the trades. Now, the 47 Brooklyn Dodgers against and the 1927, the 24 Washington Senators. Yeah, every season's had, 2020 had 3 teams. So Brooklyn will get rid of their center fielder. Where is he? There's Carlo Ferrillo. He's gone to Washington, and pitching because he's 2-0. Joe Haddon will have to go. Washington will trade to Brooklyn. Well, let's see. There's Walter, there's Mugrich, there's Ogden, and there's Tom Zachary. They don't like Curly Ogden, so they're going to leave him out and put Joe Haddon in the rotation, and that means it's going to be the end of the road for Nemo Liebold, the 32-year-old. He's gone. So yeah, they got a new outfielder. Here we go. All right, so that's that. So as we look at the bracket, we actually, that does not mean anything with the lineup. It means the 1 seed 42 Cardinals won. The 2 seed 24 Senators won. The 3 seed, the Monarchs won. The 4 seed did not. So the 1906 Cubs had a terrible bracket, but now they're going to be rewarded with the St. Louis Cardinals in 1942. The 5 seed is out. So the 1920 Indians will take on the 24 Senators because they're the next lowest seed. And hold it. Washington actually gets 2 players because the 41 Red Sox had Joe Cronin, as we look at the replay stats, have 7 RBIs. But Cronin wasn't taken. Boston lost Jimmy Fox to the Monarchs. So they decide. And since Joe Cronin actually was a Washington Senator at one time, he's allowed to move. So Cronin doesn't have to go to the dispersal draft. Actually, the dispersal draft is set up for hitters. If you win, if you have 7 RBIs in 7 games, or fewer games, and you're not the one player moved between teams, you can go in a dispersal draft, and it'll be based on lottery, lethal lottery. So Joe Cronin, because he used to play for Washington, will be allowed to move to Washington. So he'll be the shortstop, but more importantly, I think he's going to be a what they call the DH role. But Washington has to trade someone back, and it's gonna be they could take anyone, and it's gonna be Profro. Yep, they're gonna trade Doug Profro out. So randomization, Doug Profro will be headed to Boston. So I think his last hurrah, and now Boston's gonna take. Well, they said they'll take good care of Joe Cronin and all that. Yeah, they have 2 shortstops and all that. Where's Peckinpah? There he is. Yeah, he's 7 in shortstop. Yeah, Joe Cronin hasn't had any starts at shortstop. Oh, okay, I get you. Okay. Okay, whatever. I know there's no other pitchers. Yeah, so Ted Williams is going to be part of the lethal lottery. Willie Mays of the 54 Giants part of the lethal lottery. He would have been to the Mets because the only other franchise Willie played for is the Mets. But if the Mets had a team in it, he would be there, even in like if they were still playing. Because Ted Williams only played for Boston, and Dodds Miller, who actually has, let's look at this. Dodds Miller has 9 RBIs. We don't know what other team he played for. He's part of the lethal lottery. But nevertheless. All right, so we have one more game to go, and it is Oakland versus Montreal. The 2 Scott Sandersons. Well, one can't start, so Oakland has to start someone else. They can't start Sanderson. They'll start Mike Moore. So Mike Moore will start for Oakland. Montreal will go with Sanderson. Oakland, their lineup is like this. Harold Baines at DH. And they're going to shake their heads saying Baines cannot be designated hitter. They're going to go with, who would you go with? Mike Bordick? Huh. Well, what do you do? Gallego, who go for Montreal? There are rumors that Ozzie Canseco. No. Well, Willie McGee is it. So Willie McGee is going to come in to DH. Yeah, they said Harold Baines. No. Baines has struggled. Yeah, Baines has struggled. They're going to take care of Baines. He's gone. Willie McGee is going to DH. Expos. What are they going to do for DH? Jerry White. They might as well. I mean, John Milner was of no help. So, yeah, they don't really have much of an option. So, Jerry White will DH. So, let's see what happens. Oakland, Montreal. The home teams were favored.
Replay radio is live from Montreal.
Can Montreal win?
Top of the first.
All right, so Scott Sanderson, 7 innings last time, gave up 2 runs, but still won the game. 24, he'll face Ricky Henderson, who's 11 for 25 for 440 batting average, 3 RBIs. Willie McGee may have a better batting average, but Willie McGee's only had like a few of the bats. So by my guess, they are thinking of maybe Randy Randolph. Yep. So Montreal says they'll take Willie Randolph from the A's if they win, because Ronnie Scott has done pathetically. So yeah, they're saying that they'll take, if Montreal wins, Willie Randolph will be moving to the Expos in exchange for Ronnie Scott. If Oakland wins, this is going to be a conundrum. Do you take Andre the Hawk Dawson or do you take someone else? Steinbach has, I think they're going to take Carter. Yeah, they said Oakland has stated they will take Gary Carter from Montreal. I know that Dawson is 4 RBIs, but they have nowhere to put Dawson. They have a great outfield. The DH spot is probably going to be Harold Baines. Or they could take Dawson out for Baines. Well, but yes, Steinbach has struggled, and Gary Carter's done well, so I think they'll take Carter. Yep, they're going to take Carter. Steinbach, I think, will probably be the backup, right? He can't? No. Steinbach, if he falls below 100, has to be benched and taken out. Okay, well, anyway. Here comes Ricky. First pitch is a ground ball to Parrish, who flips at the first. Ricky's speed can't save him this time.
1 out, bases empty.
Here comes Dave Henderson. 8 for 21, home run, 4 RBIs. And he gets a base hit. But does Reigns make an error in left field? Remember, he flew from the Yankees, part of the 98 Yankees. And he does make an error. Dave moves to second base.
1 out, man on second.
Tim might have to do double duties. Well, here's Canseco, 10 for 24. Grab ball to short, and he's out at first, and Henderson has to hold because the ball is hit to the left side.
2 outs, man on second.
And here comes Willie McGee, 1 for 1. Push it away. House now.
No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left on.
Awesome. And then use him as DH and get rid of Baines once and for all. I would too. Yeah, but Steinbeck's also struggling. Tough call. I would probably go for Andre the Hawk Dawson to make him DH, and at least he could do something. Willie McGee was actually plunked from St. Louis in the trade deadline in 1990 in August, and weird as it sounded, McGee actually won the
Bottom of the first.
Batting title. Alright, so Mike Moore, because Sanderson can't pitch against himself. Mike Moore, 0-1 with a 2.7 ERA, so he's going to pitch against Montreal, and it's Tim Raines who will lead off. 8 for 18, 1 RBI for this person. Pitch it away.
No outs, man on first.
Mike
the defense is playing in
so
at the
now
corners.
Here's one. He's got 1 for 23. He does have 2 RBIs though. Raines may be in trouble. It is a 3-5. It's a pickoff attempt. And a boo-boo by Moore. Raines moves to second.
No outs, man on second.
And here
the
comes,
defense is playing
so
in at
Ronnie
the corners.
Scott kind of knows he might be in danger of losing his position. Pitch in the way. Oh, it's a rare play. 5 number? No, it's a 2. Both runners are at a 5, so they're gonna go after Raines. They need only one number can fuck him up. And it does, a 6. If it was a 5, Raines would have been safe at third. Ronnie Scott would have had a single. So Scott's at first. Wow, what a move. Here comes the Hawk. 2 home runs for RBIs. Maybe Oakland territory. He gets a base hit. Ricky from left field because he makes a move. He does make a move. It's second and third for Gary Carter.
1 out, men on second and third.
And here comes the kid. 4 for 20. He needs something to the outfield. Instead, he strikes out. Moore saves his butt. 2 down.
2 outs, men on second and third.
That's 5 for 20. Base hit. Scott scores. Dawson scores. Camardi the second on the throw, and Montreal strikes first. 2-0.
2 outs,
so
man on second.
How good he can be. And Mike Moore, you know, the OTP rule, he's out the door. Valentine comes in. It is going to be Kurt Young. Yes. Kurt Young is going to come in. He pitched 5 2/3 in game 4, I think. So Young's going to come in. I'm actually surprised they're going to go with him, but I think they're thinking something. There's Valentine, 2 for 15, but he has that 3 RBIs. He's hit the right for Murphy. Oh, good. It's 3 for Montreal. Amazing.
2 outs, man on second.
Well, they don't have to get Young. Well, A, he has to pitch 3 batters, and B, because he came in the middle of the inning and gave up a run, he doesn't have to leave. Here's Jerry White, who's 0 for 2, made to be DH today. That was to the left field corner. They're going to keep pounding it. It's out 4-0, and it looks like they'll walk with Willie
2
Randolph
outs, man on second.
to the Brotherhood. Well, Scott is batting going at 42. Here's Chris Spire, the shortstop. Fly ball to center. Henderson makes the catch, but Montreal puts 4 runs thanks to 2 Oakland errors. It's 4-0 Montreal.
Top of the second.
And now Sanderson does have some breathing room. And now here's Big Mac, 3 for 19 with a home run. To left, Kimmy makes the catch.
1 out, base is empty.
There's Carney Lansford, 3 for 21 with an RBI. And he gets a base hit. Does Dawson make a boo-boo on the turf? The back 15 Coca-Cola. And at 35, it is a 45. So it's error number 2 for Montreal. And this turf at Saturday.
1 out, man on second.
Yeah, Coca-Cola in the back 50. Here's Steinbach, the object of affection. He'll take a walk. Steinbeck kind of figures his job's on the line.
1 out. Men on first
If
and
Oakland
second.
does win the game. Here's Weiss. 4 for 21. Hits a second and possible double play. It's possible. Did they pivot perfectly? Nope. They didn't. The batter beats out the throws. They do get the out at
2
second.
outs. Men on first and third.
And now Willie Randolph, the guy who could be headed to Montreal. He's got 4 RBIs already. And he flies to Reeds, makes the catch, and Sanderson gets out of it
No
without
runs,
giving anything.
1 hit, 1 error, and 2 left on. Bottom of the second.
In the second, and here comes Barry Parrish, 2 for 20. And hits it to Lansford, who hits it to first. That's 1 down. Well,
1 out, bases empty.
Here's the big stories. You know the 98 Yankees, they were down 2-0 to the 65 Twins, came back from 2-0 down to win the series in 7. If Montreal hangs on here, well, they were down 2-0, they would do the same thing. Here's Raines. Fly ball can take to the right. Raines would have 2 series
2
to
outs,
worry about.
bases empty.
Here's Winey Scott. Waiting for his life. It's a rare play. It is a 3, so we go to the book. It is a 3-2. Long fly ball to right field. Canseco gets a late break. Canseco's error rating. Subtract 10, so it would be a 63. That's a 46. So Canseco still makes the catch regardless, and Winey Scott is about to be dumped off. Onto the third, and now back to the top of the order for Ricky. Foul out, Scott to second. A lot of people say, what if Reeds did not get out?
1 out, bases empty.
I think they still would have scored 3 or 4 more runs. Here's Hendu. And he gets a rare play. It's a 4, so he will have to speed. Anything higher than 3, he's out. 50-50 chance. It's a 4, he out. Let's do.
2 outs, bases empty.
And here comes Canseco. And he strikes out, so Scott does his job.
They go down quietly, nothing doing this half inning.
Sheesh.
Bottom of the third.
Bottom of the third, here comes the Hawk. Popped up, Randolph makes the catch, 1 down.
1 out, bases empty.
Here's Carter. He's set to left, no, it's a Carter, that's his job.
1 out, man on first.
Like I said, here's Cromartie. 2 RBI single. Grounds out, Young flips it to first, can't get Carter. I'm actually surprised they're
2 outs,
Young in the game.
man on second.
Yeah, I think they were supposed to take him out. Yeah, they were supposed to take him out. It would be Gene Nelson. So they're going to take Gene Nelson. So Gene Nelson's coming in from the pen. He did give him 3 runs in the inning. Here's Valentine. And he flies to center. Yeah, they'll put Nelson in to try to stem the tide.
No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on.
They said that Young pitched enough
Top of
innings.
the fourth.
They could put Sanderson in. So Molson and... They don't have another advertising thing. Well, the Provence to Quebec. Sponsoring the middle innings, and now here's McGee. McGee.
1 out, bases empty.
I know a lot of people have been thinking, why aren't you speaking French? There's time and a place for that. McGuire. Ground ball, Parrish flips it to first. That's 2 away.
2 outs, bases empty.
Here comes Lampert. And he flies out, so Sanderson is looking pretty good.
They go down quietly, nothing doing this half inning.
Shoosh again.
Bottom of the fourth.
Bottom of the fourth, here comes Jury. Does have an RBI. Line ball, Lansford makes the stay.
1 out,
catch.
bases empty.
1 out. Respire. Popped up, Randolph snags it, that's 2 down.
2 outs, bases empty.
Here's Parrish. He goes down a swinging.
They go down quietly, nothing doing this half inning.
Well, Montreal, a lot of people said maybe Parrish would be
Top of the
replaced
fifth.
at third base. But who do you replace at third base? Lansford's has done nothing. Oakland doesn't really have another third baseman. Just Steinbeck. You could put McGuire at third base, but he's been struggling. Parrish throws the first. Yeah, well, Ronnie Scott's got a worse batting average. He has 0.40. Parrish is 0.91. Here's Weiss. Hit or miss. Doesn't look like a hit. No, it's not. Just a 5. So Weiss thought he got a single, but he did not mingle.
2 outs, base is empty.
Here's Randolph. And he flies out. Valentine makes the catch.
And just like that, the inning's over. Bottom of the 5th.
Bottom of the 5th. Here comes Reigns. Ground ball the 3rd, flips the 1st. 1 out.
1 out, base is empty.
Here's Scott. Oh, hit or miss. Looks like a miss. That is a miss. He has just been flailing onwards, and Randolph looks like he's headed to Montreal.
2 outs, base is empty.
Here's under the hawk. Well, that's a rare play. It is a 6, so they'll have to try to get him out. Only one number can ruin Dawson. Did ruin Reigns in the first inning. But not this time. Dawson gets the
2 outs, man on first.
In case they come back. Here's Carter. Hit or miss. Looks like a miss. That's a miss. So Nelson kind of gets out of it. Montreal has done nothing since the first inning.
No runs, 1 hit,
But
and 1 left
we've
on.
seen that before.
Top of the 6th.
First inning has helped out. Here's Henderson. He strikes out. Wow, big strikeout.
1 out,
So,
base is empty.
big strikeout. Here's Henderson, the other one. Ups, did he just make it 4-1? I think he did. He did! Holy Toledo, say goodbye to that one. Dave Henderson doing what Ricky can't do. Flip the ball out of 4-1. Now the question
1 out, base is empty.
How long do you keep Sanderson in for? Here's Canseco. Well, he strikes out Canseco.
2 outs, base is empty.
They tell Sanderson, don't worry about it. You have a 3-1 lead. Here's McGee. And he pops up. So Sanderson gives up the gopher ball to Dave Henderson.
1 run,
But
1
other
hit,
than that,
and none left on.
no major blemishes.
Bottom of the 6th.
On to the 6th. They are going to take Nelson out. Mr. Birds is coming in. Excellent. They're going to go with Birds. I'm surprised. I would have went with Honeycutt. Here's Cromartie. It's a third base, and he's out. Well, Cromartie has 2 RBIs.
1 out, base is empty.
Ellis has 1, and Jerry has 1. For Valentine. White ball, Henderson makes the catch, 2 down.
2 outs, base is empty.
Here comes Jerry. Did he just go deep? He needs a high number. It is at 36. That's just a single.
2 outs, man on first.
Here comes Spire. Jerry may have happy feet. He does. That's a steal. Well, Steinbach has been struggling.
2 outs,
Henderson's done
man
pretty
on
well.
second.
Look at that batting average. You might even think Dave Henderson might come in. But for Montreal, I mean, who are you going to take out? You could take out Ellis Valentine, but I doubt that highly. Or maybe use Dave Henderson as a DH. Pitch of the way. Grab the second. Well, a lot of people say maybe Dave Henderson should come in.
No runs,
and DH
1 hit, and 1 left on.
But there's one tiny problem though. Roddy Scott's batting below 100. You have to take him out.
Top of the 7th.
Wait is stuck at second, and now it's up to Ford and Sanyel to sponsor the last few innings of this game. Here's Big Mac. And a walk. I think that's the first walk to Sanderson.
No outs, man on
Sanderson.
first.
That's it. Second. Here's Trny. Hit the short, and ooh, possible double play. They failed the first time. Not this time. A big double play. 6-4-3 remaining in the big catch.
2 outs, base is empty.
And here comes Steinbach. Hit the short, and he gone. So Sanderson does his boost check. It is high, so he will stay in the game. Why not?
No runs, no hits, and none left
Oakland
on.
can't use their Scott Sanderson because
Bottom of the 7th.
the other Scott Sanderson's still in the game. Here's Parrish. Hit or miss. Looks like a hit. It is a hit. Parrish gets a base hit. He's good at 500. Right.
No outs, men on first.
Rodney Scott, I feel for him. Here's Reigns. I think that's a base hit. First, into second.
No outs,
Rodney
men on
Scott,
first and second.
this is his game. And they tell it, come on, you can pitch to Rodney Scott. Get to second, and base hit! Parrish to third. Well, Rodney Scott's
No outs,
proving it.
bases
The
loaded.
bases are now
The
jammed,
first
and that's
baseman
going to
is
be the game
playing
for
in.
Birds. He has to come out. And Joe Klink, he's played 40 games. He's going to come out to try to stop Dawson. Hit to short, and double play. Run does score. But Dawson will not get an RBI on that one. But
Two
they do
outs,
score the
men
run
on
back
third.
from the 6, so it is a 4-run lead again. Carter, if he gets a single, Reigns scores. But he strikes out. Klink does his job. Montreal does score a run. It's now a 4-run
One
lead
run,
again,
3
5-1.
hits, and 1 left on. Top of the 8th.
Top of the 8th. And now it's Weiss, Randolph, and Ricky. Hit the third, and that's it out. One more.
One out, base is empty.
Report. Here's Randolph. And he'll take another walk. So he walks. Yeah, he's going to play second base because Rodney Scott can't get hits. Well, he is below 100 still. Yeah, he's still below 100. They might have. If Scott could have jumped above 100, maybe they take Dave Henderson and make him DH. Here's Ricky. Hit the first, and a possible error. But no, they get Randolph, the lead runner. That's the best thing you can do.
2 outs, men on first.
2 outs, and here comes Dave Henderson. He went deep last time. In a normal situation, he definitely would be on Montreal's radar, but because of the suckage of Scott and
2
the
outs, men on
decency of
first and
Randolph,
second.
they'll take Randolph. First and second. Now they're going to probably take him out. Or not. Do you take... They're mulling over. Do you take Sanderson out? Which... Canseco. He does... Yeah, they're going to let him hit. They're going to let him pitch to Canseco. Hit the third, and a possible error. But it's a 13. Oh.
No runs, no hits, and 2 left on.
But
bottom of the 8th.
I could have sworn that was going to be an error, bases loaded, and they would have taken Sanderson out. You got Cromartie, Valentine, and White. Which on the 8th? Cromartie.
1 out, bases empty.
Cromartie will swing and miss. Alice Valentine is going to come out. They're pinch hitting, and it will be Wallace Johnson who will get in the bat. Why not? I'm surprised they didn't take Cromartie out. Rare play. It's a 1. He needs a high number to stay at the plate, but he doesn't. So Wallace fouls out to Lansford. That's 2.
2 outs, bases empty.
And now Jerry White. They don't need Jerry White. Yeah, I would have taken out Cromartie for someone else. Yeah, I was going to take Cromartie out. 4-1 lead. Yeah, they're going to take him out. It's going to be... Bobby Ramos is going to come in. Why not? Let him pitch hit. Hit the third, and he's out. So, they're down. Yeah, Cromartie.
It's a 1-2-3 inning.
By 4.
Top of the 9th.
Yeah, I'm going to take it Cromartie out for somebody. Right field goes to anybody. They're going to go with Roland Office playing right field. Kind of surprising, I think. We got McGee, McGuire, and Lansford. Willie McGee. They're mulling it over. Are they going to let McGee hit? Yeah, he hasn't done anything. So they're going to go with Doug Jennings. We don't really have much off the bench. Flies out to Reeves. 2 more to go.
1 out, bases empty.
And McGuire and Lansford. They're going to let them hit. McGuire. Base hit. I think you're taking Sanderson out.
1 out, man on first.
Nope, they're going to stick with... It's a 4-run lead. They're going to stick with Sanderson. Here's Trny. And it's a rare play. It is a 6, so they'll I think they'll go after McGuire because he's a slower runner. And that works. They get McGuire. 2 outs, and now Steinbach, who's
2
batting
outs, man on
091,
first.
will be called back to the bench. It is going to be Harold Bates. They got to do it. 2 for 10. Pitch of the way. He's gone!
Montreal wins the game.
They knocked out the United
Goodbye,
A's.
everybody.
The 81 Expos, who only got to the playoffs in real life because of the split season format, and the 98 A's, who lost the World Series to the Reds. Montreal wins 5-1. The first inning was enough. Sanderson beats Moore. He's your MVP. Good thing that Montreal needed Sanderson and Oakland didn't need to. Valerie, 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 Valerie. I am a happy guy. Yeah, Ronnie Scott 1 for 4. They're gonna take him out. Yeah, they know Randolph. If he was batting over 100, I think they take Dave Henderson as a potential designated hitter spot. But remember this though too. There's a dispersal draft of 3 players. Montreal might even get one of those 3 players. They might get Ted Williams. They might get Willie Mays. They might get even Dots Miller. This would be amazing if Montreal could get somebody there. But remember, it's a lethal lottery. Yeah, Dave Henderson, I think in most circumstances, Montreal was going to take him and maybe use the designated hitter spot. Probably take out, they would probably have taken out like maybe Scott anyway. Yeah, they would have taken out Rodney Scott, I think. And then they would think of what they would do with Dave Henderson as a DH, or who's going to DH. Well, Scott Henderson pitched his second straight complete game, 1.69 ERA. Mike Moore could not finish the job. Young tried, Nelson tried, Burns tried, Klink tried, but nothing. 2.5 hours of stuff. Montreal barely outscored Oakland 18-17. That 7th inning run was enough for Montreal to beat them in the runs game. Yeah, I think it was a close 35 runs in 7 games. That's 5 runs per game. The most runs by the 2 teams combined was games 2 and 5 with 7 runs. But yeah, Montreal wins 5-1. They won 5-1 in game 4. So yeah, Dave Henderson definitely would have. Yeah, Dave Henderson, in under any circumstances, a 4.17 average, you put him in to be DH. Well, they'll take Dave Stewart. Oh yeah, that's right. They get Dave Stewart won twice, so Dave Stewart is go ahead to Montreal, so they'll get Dave Stewart. Yeah, terrible. Roddy Scott 2 for 27. Yeah, you have to dump him off. Larry Parrish didn't do so well either. So that will be it. Well, let's do the trade. We shall do the trade. So Oakland has to trade with Montreal and send their second baseman Willie Randolph, the former Yankee, 35 years old, but Montreal needs a second baseman. And Dave Stewart with 2 wins will be sent to Montreal as well. Montreal will send Oakland. Who will they send? They do have a good starting rotation. Rogers, Gullickson, Sanderson, and Burris. You're not going to take out. Well, Gullickson is batting 704. Yeah. Well, they thought about maybe even taking Elias Sosa out or Woody Fryman, trade him to Oakland. But Gullickson is 0-2. Gullickson did have a 7 ERA. Yeah, because he has a terrible ERA and did not have the stats. They're going to get rid of Gullickson in the rotation. Dave Stewart will take over that spot, and Rodney Scott is OUT. Well, probably like Mike Phillips. You're going to trade him to Oakland. They got Randolph. So that's big. Now comes what we call the lethal lottery. So there's 3 players in the lethal lottery. The 41 Red Sox and Ted Williams. As you look at the replay stats and the RBIs, he has 7 RBIs. So you got all that. So Ted Williams will do his job. Well, there's no one that's unattached. So here's what happens in this situation. There will be a lethal lottery. It will be positions 1 to 32 and all that. We will go to the random.org and do 1 to 32. Now, this will be the seeding. and all of that. And then, of course, we'll determine if that team has to dump, who that team has to dump off. So the seeding that's there is the seeding. If that, we do three numbers. If one seed, if one seed number doesn't happen, like the three number, it has to be the exact seed that qualifies from 1 to 32. If it does, if it's there, then that person, then Ted will go there. If it does not, on the third one, it has to go in. So it has to be one of the teams. Let's generate. 29. Oh, it's the 1906 Cubs, is it not? 29 is in the 1906 Cubs. Well, guess what? The 1906 Cubs are going to get Ted Williams. Yes, they will. They will get Ted Williams. Wow. Lucky Ducks. The 1906 Cubs get Ted Williams. Well, they'll have to trade some back, as they will. Who's their left fielder? Who's their main left fielder? Jimmy Sheckert, batting 261. Well, Sheckert, oops, wrong team. Oh, 1906, sorry. Sheckert batting 167. Well, that's actually good news because the Cubs, Sheckert sucks for the 1906 team. So Sheckert will be gone. So now they have Ted Williams playing left field for them. Okay, so now we go back to the draw because this one's going to be for Willie Mays of the 54 Giants. Draw. It is a 21. It's the 21 seed in. The answer is no. 21 would have been the 93 Cardinals. Well, draw number 2. Number 2 is the 24 seed. Are they in? They are not in. That would have been the 2020 Cubs. And now the 3 seed. 1, 2, 3. The 6. I think they're in. Number 6. That is not in. It's the 1911 A's. The 1911 A's would have had Willie Mays. Detroit is now, but actually the 1908 Tigers. Yep, 6, and it's the third time. So the 1908 Tigers get him. That's right. So Willie Mays. We look at the replay stats just to make sure that you're online. So he heads to the 1908 Tigers. That's brutal. Yeah, the 1908 Tigers will have Willie Mays in the lineup. Now the 1908 Tigers have to switch. Now we have to find out who they have to dump off. Well, who's center field? Sam Crawford. Well, Sam Crawford, now you have a problem. Well, you actually don't have a problem. Now, who doesn't have a good batting average? Yeah, all the batters have, well, Danny Murphy has no RBIs. And I believe it's going to be Matty McIntyre. They don't have to. They don't have to dump anyone they don't want to. Let's see here. And it's going to be Clay Perry? Well, he has 3 RBIs. Clay Perry has 3 RBIs. He had 1 at bat, 3 RBIs. And I think that's, no? Are they going to get rid of him or no? Yeah, they could get rid of Maggie McIntyre. I think they will. Yes, they will. So Matty McIntyre is going to head out. So they're going to get rid of McIntyre to the 54 Giants for Willie Mays. They'll figure out left field. I'm sure someone can play left field. Like Ty Cobb could be playing. You could put Cobb or Crawford in. Well, Willie Mays go to left field or will Sam Crawford go to left field? You're going to have a problem. Yep, so that's that. And now we got one more coming our way. And that's for Dots Miller, second baseman for the 1909 Pirates. It is 15. And I think they are in. Oh my God. Oh, Dots Miller. Well, 15 is the 1981 Cubs. It's the 81 Expos of all. Oh, man. I think they wish they had Ted Williams. They just traded for Willie Randolph. But they could take Dave Henderson. Yeah, they took second base. Yeah, they did take a second baseman. Actually, yeah, Montreal is asking if they can trade Randolph back to Oakland They could trade Randolph back to Oakland. I think they're saying, can we trade Jerry White back to Montreal, get rid of Randolph, and then we'll trade Jerry White to the Pirates for Dots Miller? And then they said, well, wait a minute. We have a problem. What's that problem? We have a problem because we traded for a second baseman and he ended up being in Montreal, the 15. Wow. So what do you do? Well, here's what they're going to do, and they are going to allow it. So the 1990 A's are going to trade Jerry White back to Montreal. So White goes back. So sorry, Ronnie Scott goes back to Montreal. And that now the 81 Expos will pick. So Dots Miller heads to Montreal. So Dots Miller heads to the 81 Expos. The 81 Expos are going to do double trade. They're going to take Willie Randolph and trade him back. So Randolph is traded back. So Randolph is traded back to Oakland. They will, and then they can trade Ronnie Scott to the Pirates. So yeah, that's what they'll do, and then trade Ronnie Scott to the 1909 Pirates. Well, they'll have him in scrimmages, but yeah, so that's what they'll do. But then the 81 Expos are going to also, but they need someone from the 90 A's. But that actually works out in their hands because Dave Henderson can be traded back to Montreal. So it actually works out. Montreal will have to send someone to Oakland. But who do you trade? Well, the trouble is you got Ellis Valentine, Tim Raines, and Andre Dawson in the outfield. So I think they're going to just randomly select somebody, I think, right? Well, what do you do here? Well, Gary Carter hasn't had an RBI. You're not going to trade your damn catcher. So, yeah. So it's going to be Wallach. There are rumors circulating that it would be Jerry Manuel, but nope, they're going to trade Tim Wallach away. Yeah, Wallach 2 for 11. Yeah, Tim Wallach is gone. They're going to trade Wallach. Yep, so Tim Wallach is going to be the dead man walking for Montreal. He's going to be traded away, and that's going to be probably the DH role. Henderson will play DH. Wallach will be sent away to Oakland. Ellis Valentine's job is safe. So, yeah, there were rumors circulating that it was going to be Jerry Manuel, who Montreal. Rumors were Jerry Manuel would have been Oakland almost got Jerry Manuel from Montreal, but because Wallach was struggling, they can trade away and they'll take away Wallach. I would have taken Jerry Manuel out of luck. Yeah, I would have taken Manuel at second base, but yeah, they got Dots Miller now and Dave Henderson, so that actually works out for Montreal. Yeah, and it was like, well, wait, who did the 1988 Tigers have for fillers? Danny Murphy. And Danny Murphy is what is he? He's a right field. But he's a right fielder too. Yeah, so that's the problem. Danny Murphy's an outfielder. They dumped off. Who did they dump off? I can't remember who the 1911 A's now have. They have Fred Payne. Oh yeah, they traded someone. Huh. Well, that was weird. So yeah, Danny Murphy playing right field. Yeah, now you have who's going to play left field? So the Tigers got Danny Murphy, but they also have a DH situation. Yeah, they don't really have a DH. So I think Murphy will play left and Mace play DH. And then who got Mace? Who got Ted Williams again? I think it was the Tiger. No, who got Ted Williams? I don't remember who got Ted Williams. Who got Ted Williams? Oh, the 1906 Cubs. They also got Seager and Muncy. Well, they got Seager and Muncy. Yeah, they got Seager and Muncy because they actually only had two the 9 guys, so 5, 10. So they only have 13 position players. They had 11 position players, 8 and the designated hitter. So they only had 2 people on the bench. That's why they had 2 people. So yeah, they got Ted Williams now. So yeah, things are going to be broken. So let's look at the bracket right now. We do have a battle of the Cardinals, but because it's 1930 and 1985, that's acceptable. I would have had to trade away one of those teams. Yeah, you got all those teams. Yeah, I would have traded away somebody. So they would have swapped out. Yeah, I think it would have been the 30 Cardinals would have went to Arizona and the 61 Giants would have had to face the 85 Cardinals. But because the two Cardinal teams are 50 years apart, they're going to allow it. So here are the lineups. So it's the 1906 Cubs, number 29. They take on the 1942 Cardinals for the 1 seed. The 28 seed 1920 Tribe take on the 1924 Washington Senators for the 2 seed. The 27 seed 1908 Tigers take on the number 3 seed 1923 Monarchs for the New York League. The 25 seed, the 2016 Cubs take on the 7 seed 98 Yankees. That's going to be interesting. It will indeed. The 1930 Cardinals take on the 1985 version. Both teams lost in the World Series. 23 versus 9. The 20 seed 61 Giants take on the 11 seed 99 Diamondbacks. That's a big one. The 19 seed 55 Yankees take on the 12 seed 19, the 2020, White Sox. And the 1981 Expos have home field against the 1908 Cubs. Amazing. Montreal, the 15 seed, but they did. So 4 of the top 8 seeds made it. 1, 2, 3, and 7. So now comes the difficult part. We should do the replay daily. Roaring for Marty, the play of the day with 2 RBIs. The Twins Yankees game was named player of the day. So 8 games. So let's see here. Wait, Montreal doesn't have a starter? Play here. Ed Rollback. Okay. Montreal has Ray Burris. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they have Ray Burris. Okay, so Temper Randy, Helen Anhart, Work, Bagby Johnson, Donovan Rogan, Lester Pettit, Rollback Burris. Okay. So they'll have the rotation. So the Cardinals have 2 home games. Okay, we gotta write this down. So the Mon- so here's what will happen. One Cardinal team can be at home on Monday, one on Tuesday. Now, there's actually going to be a change. Okay, so this is what we'll. Yeah, they're talking about it. So okay, so the 3 teams, the 81 Expos, the 98 Yankees, and the 1924 Senators, are going to be playing on Tuesday. Tomorrow, Sunday, will be an off day. But because the 98 Yankees, the 81 Expos, and the 24 Senators had to go to Game 7, they will start on Tuesday instead of Monday. Now the question on everyone's lips will be, one of the 2 St. Louis series has to be in on Tuesday. Yeah, because 2 St. Louis teams at home, and it would be. Are they going to allow it? Yep, it will be the 1906 Cubs and the 1942 Cardinals are going to play on Tuesday. So they'll start Tuesday. The 85 Cardinals series starts on Monday. So Monday, the 1908 Tigers start against the 1923 Monarchs. The 30 Cardinals, 85 Cardinals, the Battle of the Cardinals. 61 Giants, 99 Diamondbacks, and 55 Yankees, 20 White Sox. Get that out of your mouth, Cutter. They will play on Monday. So they'll start Monday. That means that the 1908 Cubs, 81 Expos, 2016 Cubs, 98 Yankees, 1920 Cleveland, 1924 Washington, and 1906 Cubs, 1942 Cardinals will start on Tuesday because because 3 teams actually won their game 7s. They want to give them a little bit of time off. All right, so that will be it. The weird thing about Monday is that all 4 home cities actually are in the central time zone except for Arizona and the mountain. Um, so what will happen is the 1923 Monarchs and the 99 Diamondbacks will be the TV games. 85 Cardinals, 20 White Sox will be not so much. Radish, thank you. Radish, thank you. So the 42 Cardinals will be on Tuesday and dun, 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 Washington. So the 24 Senators, 42 Cardinals will be on TV. The Expos and the 98 Yankees will play off screen, but we'll have them on Thursday. So the format is this for the round of 16. Every other day, games one, there'll be 2 TV games and 2 non-TV games. So for example, the 55 Yankees 2020 White Sox. The schedule will go Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, then Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. And for example, the Expos, they'll go Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, then Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. If there are more than 2 game 7, well, if there's less than 2 game, if any of the Tuesday starts do go to game 7 and there's only like one or if there's a few only like a few game 7s for the Monday team, then they'll be moved to Saturday. But yeah, I've talked too much. Anyway, I'm jumped. I'm gonna do.